Max Payne 3, the third and the final game in the Max Payne series. Let's talk about it. This time developed and published by Rockstar Games in 2012, Max Payne 3 follows title character Max Payne. He is a former NYPD detective who now spends most of his days drinking and works in private security, where he gets involved in kidnapping of his boss's family member and then all hell breaks loose. I'm not gonna dive deeper into the story because of the spoilers, but the story is this time told in mostly cinematics. And there is a couple of comic book style panels paying homage to the first two games. One of the biggest improvements in this game is graphics. Game looks beautiful. There is much more details in environment, character models, cinematics are better looking, there is a bunch of different settings, like there's both favelas, strip clubs, skyscrapers. And of course the final battle at the airport, which was, by the way, awesome. That makes sense considering it's been 10 years since Max Payne 2 released, and the game looks better than some of the games released recently. Now for the gameplay, which is, by the way, amazing. Gunplay is great, it is precise, with of course the dot crosshair, which is my favorite crosshair. There is a variety of weapons. You can only carry 3 at a time though, and that is enough, because you of course have the bullet time, which is a bit toned down in this game. It is very similar to the first one. It's no longer like a superpower like it was in the second game. It is more like a reflex. There is also There is also still like a dive shoot thingy. That's of course cool. And they added the ability to cover behind things if you need to reload or just take cover, which you will need because game is kinda hard. Most of the time you will be sworn in by enemies, and painkillers are few and between. Sometimes there is also this thing where you stay alive for a moment if you take a critical bullet hit, and you have to kill the enemy that shot you, so that you have a chance to get back up and running. One more thing, there is sometimes this kill cam when you kill the last enemy standing. That looks badass in my opinion. Music in this game is also amazing. I am a fan of Latin music, and since this game takes place mostly in Brazil, there is a lot of Latin music, which is great for me. Sound design is great, like gunshots and stuff like that. Nothing to complain here. My only real complaint would be the frequency of cinematics. There are a lot of them, and they look amazing, they look great. But sometimes you would watch cinematic, play for a minute or two, and then the next cinematic starts. It's kind of weirdly paced, which does get annoying, especially if you want to play the game multiple times, because some of them are also unskippable. So that's really my only complaint about the game. Overall, I really like the game, I had a great time playing it. Level design and setting is amazing, gunplay is one of the best I've ever played, and it's a good finale for a Max Payne series.